What's up, y'all? It's your boy Nico here. I have a little message for EA Sports. Y'all make great games. I can't name them all because I haven't really did a lot of research on every game that y'all made or even was a part of. What your greatest game is that I know of. Greatest game that y'all have ever made that y'all tried to do again, but nah. If you want to do it again, do it in this format. And the game I'm talking about, the greatest EA Sports game of all time, SSX Tricky. This game I played non-stop when I got this game. I had to be like in second grade, third grade, which I don't know how old that was, like 7, 6, 7, I don't know, whatever it was. Every time I came home, this is what I wanted to play. I wanted to play SSX Tricky. Then, I mean, the other EA Sports games was like NBA Streets because it was kind of wacky. I like wacky games. Sometimes I don't need realistic. Sometimes it's cool nowadays, like 2K. I wish it can get a little bit more realistic. And it kind of messes me up because I have been playing NBA Street and it frustrates you again because you try to put logic in a game that's wacky. So it kind of ruins the older games now. But EA, you gotta bring back SSX Tricky. Update the graphics, update the, like, keep the characters, maybe add a little new ones, and maybe create a character one. Cause I gotta have my boy Mac, my brother like Eddie, and everybody else, they can stay because I like the roster. I didn't really care, you know, I don't need to have newer people in there. And I apparently I didn't apparently it's not really synced here. Like, just getting back on the game, like, brings back memories. And now I know what the problem is with a lot of people. I ain't gonna say everybody. It's selfish to think that everybody got the same problem. But when it comes to like older games, was played at a time where games was amazing to you as a kid. So I'm like 22 years old. Of course not every game is going to satisfy me because I don't really have the same passion I did when I was playing as a kid. So calling the game better than the other one, like, you know, like people talk about WWE and No Mercy, or WWF No Mercy, and Here Comes the Pain. Everybody's like, oh, these are great games because at a time where you was like, you wanted to play a game all the time. So of course it's gonna be better. You're gonna put it on a pedestal because you can't really mimic that, you know? I mean, that's like with any reboot. But I feel like with SSX Tricky, it's not gonna be hard. Now, I think not a lot of people may be interested as much as I am, and that seems kind of selfish to be like, you should make a game based off of me. But the game itself, it's just, I don't know. I like it. I haven't used everybody. Like, Mag is up through there, and I'm gonna do like a quick little series with SSX playing as Mag, maybe as Eddie, because my brother likes to play as Eddie. So might as well just boost up his character and just make videos on that as well. But at least Mars, it's so funny. I don't like Luther because that's Mac's enemy, and every time he's always knocking me down. And this game it's less frustrating. It's less frustrating, but it's cool because of the fact that you can do all these crazy tricks. Look at Mac. Look at Mac. Mac is ridiculous. A master. The only thing I don't got on Mac is all silver, but the game itself is not. It's so wacky, and I don't know if like I'm gonna do show off. I don't know if I want to do. I'm gonna do my favorite stage, Tokyo Megaplex. Ooh, it was my favorite stage. Every time I played this, it was ridiculous. But still, and then like the game itself is so wacky. It makes me like it. I don't really have a big problem with a game that's just let it be wacky. I don't need everything to be realistic. Now I know I saw SSX. They did like a thing for that, and I don't know if EA was a part of that one. I said it earlier as if I knew that they was, but I'm not sure if they was. But basically, it didn't. I thought I was gonna like it. I didn't really play it. I think somebody else had the game, and then I was just like, try it out. But I didn't like it. You know, it wasn't my SSX. I like the Tricky. It's wacky. You know, I don't want to play like a real snowboarding game. Let the people that really know how to snowboard play those games or make those games. I don't know how. What's that other snowboarder guy's game? Snow White. Snow White. I said Snow White. What's his name? Well, there's a snowboarding guy. They got a game for him. I didn't play that one either, but I only would have got it thinking that it's gonna be, you know, capture my interest like as Tricky did. But EA, go big. It's a little homage to their thing because they always tell me EA Sports big. But this game was just so fun. It was like, man, even though I'm not landing none of my tricks, but it was just the premise of this game was just so fun and just do your own little tricks. I guess you can add more tricks to it, or you know, you can do a little bit more. And I know I haven't did anything in a trick book, which gives me more tricks, I guess. Kind of forgot how this game works, really. But the game was just fun. It was just, doggone it. Even though times like that, when you are really trying to actually do something, you couldn't do nothing. Look at that. Look at you. Tricky. Spin around a little bit. Get a little tricky. Land it. The game was, it was great. It was great. And it's just simple stuff like this. Like, I didn't need it. I don't need a realistic game all the time. And I think that's what kind of like makes GTA a good game. Okay, all right. I'm saying not realistic in the sense of these are things that I wouldn't do. So it's kind of like, it's fun to do them in a world where, you know, you can, I guess, you know. I don't know how to explain that. Sounds kind of creepy that I'm doing it. It was a little psychotic. I fall off the map. But still, it was, and I think that's when like most of the good games are unrealistic, you know. Like games like Call of Duty, and I'm saying like unrealistic in a way like it's not trying to see how I explain this. It's not realistic in like, okay, like Call of Duty, you die and you come back to life. That in that sense, you know. I think if Call of Duty was a game where when you died, that was the end of the game, would you play it? And I feel like part of me is like, really, Nico, you really think that that's what makes the game unrealistic because you come back to life? That's what makes it a game, not unrealistic. I'm like, yeah, but I'll be frustrated if I couldn't come back to life after I died on like online play. But you know, any zombie games, people love those games because zombie apocalypse, not real. People test the theory that it can happen, but still not real. But they like it. People like unreal stuff, and you know, it's okay to have a little dosage of real things. Like, ain't nobody can do this. Ain't nobody doing no 1620 spinning off the board, bringing it back, doing a backflip. Maybe two, baby, count them, 2 flips. Would that be considered a what is it, I don't know. Whatever it is, but you know, that's what makes, I think that's what a lot of my favorite games come from. It's just being unreal. Like, you know, sorry to say, like wrestling games, they're unreal. I like them, but don't make them more realistic. Like, you know, I don't need. Can I do it? I don't know. Whatever. But I feel like the whole time, this whole conversation was just about what's real and what's not real. I got skills to pay the bills, he said. He don't say it. Oh, I didn't even beat my last score. Dang, I was sorry on that one. I was falling a lot. But my point is, EA, if you want to remake a game, or I don't know how many people really love the game as much as I do, but I love SSS Tricky. And I think the best thing about SSS Tricky was the fact that it's wacky You can do all these crazy tricks. You got these cool characters with a lot of dialogue. Not a lot of dialogue. Just enough dialogue where it's reasonable, within reason. I mean, now listening to it, I'm like, y'all just saying the same thing over and over again. But they, they had characters. It was characters that I felt like, not that I could relate to, but characters I cared about. I mainly cared about Mac and Eddie because that was me and my brother's favorite characters. But the other guys, I thought it was cool because I had enemies. I could make friends. I had neutral people, and you did a race, you did a circus. I mean, I would like them to make more features. I think it'd be cool. I like the circuit. I think it'd be cool to have more stages. Now, obviously, this was like a 2001 game or whatever, so obviously they will bring more stages in there. Don't make them DLCs though, unless it's like okay, like say the DLCs may be a throwback, but still, I don't want no DLCs. That's what freaking annoys me about games, where you got to get a DLC for every doggone thing. I don't want to pay extra for a thing that I should have already had. I'm talking to you, WWE. I should have had all these characters. I should have to pay for there's only one guy I want out of that pack, and then I have to get him. I gotta get the other 3 people that I don't really care about just to get him. But whatever. My point is, EA, get big and play EA. Put SSS Tricky back on the map. And I want it to be as wacky. It'd be so cool looking. I want to keep it as colorful. I would love to be able to create my own characters. Put your NBA live. I'm making this a close up. Nico at post. Make this like right here. Just make it right here, maybe. Let me get a little more in frame. EA. Let me look at the eyes of the camera here. EA. Add your NBA Live type mechanics where I can do my face scan. I can have my own. If you can. I don't care what game does this. If there was a way that you can like make my voice, like I could talk a little bit, and maybe you can do like say this and say this, but it kind of makes it seem like I'm already knowing what I'm gonna say, whatever, to mimic my voice. I don't know, I want to be part of my character. EA, I feel like they're closer to it. EA, just make it as tricky, make it as colorful as possible, make it as not goofy, make it as fun as possible. Hopefully somebody on your team is like, yo, I have a lot of passion behind EA. I mean, behind SSS Tricky, and I wanted to make this the best game we got. And then I just want that creative character. Even though I might still use Mac, but you can have your different outfits, you can have your pants, you can change the colors, make it feel like it's me. Maybe an online thing. That'd be fun. You can do an online circuit. That'd be cool. That'd be so cool. See, EA, what you sleep? You're sleeping on this. You're sleeping. If you like this video, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. And also tag EA into this video. I'm gonna put this on. I ain't gonna say on mic. I'm gonna put this on Twitter. EA, you gotta see this. It's a lot of rambling, but hey, I'm just trying to get my point across. I'll see you next time. EA.